EL Reports is brought to you by Heritage Bank.
The headlines. Google Nigeria celebrates small and medium business entrepreneurs in Lagos as President Alpha Conde of the Republic of Guinea inaugurates new hydroelectric dam. Palestinian flag gets raised outside the United Nations headquarters for the first time, and Michelle Obama shares some empowering words with young girls at the New York Apollo Theater. In sports, three-time NASCAR champion Tony Stewart announces retirement from full-time competition after the 2016 season. Today on EL Reports.
Hello everybody and welcome to a magical Monday with EL Reports. Did we say magical or magnificent? Well, I can't remember, but welcome to a wonderful Monday where we are ready to give you the best start possible to your week with the most progressive, the most positive news. You know we like good news. We're all about the good vibes here at EL Reports. Now, today is an international day of celebration. Today is World Teachers Day. And yes, we've had some great teachers. We've had those teachers that when they start with you, you sit and think about your life. But I have to say that teachers have been They are people of tremendous impact. They are people whose presence in your life you will feel for the rest of your life. So they definitely deserve celebration. We'll take a look at the news of the day and then later on a little bit more talk about teachers.
Google Nigeria recently hosted an event for small and medium business entrepreneurs in a bid to demonstrate how the web is positively impacting local businesses. The event, which was held at the VCP Hotel in Lagos, was tagged #GrowWithGoogle. The outing featured several local startups who have been taking advantage of the web to drive their operation. Speaking at the event, Juliet Ehimwa-Chiazo, Google's country manager, said,
"We believe very strongly in the power of the internet to transform lives, to transform businesses and entire communities. And we've had a lot of examples of SMBs getting online, using the tools that are available to broadcast themselves, to promote their businesses, and experiencing tremendous growth."
The event, which was the maiden edition, demonstrated how web tools such as AdWords, YouTube, Blogger, Google Drive, and Maps are helping SMBs increase their operational efficiency. Commenting on the success stories, Ehimwan Chiazo said,
"In Nigeria, we have about 17 million SMBs. Imagine if every SMB has the tools required to grow. When they grow, they'll be able to expand their workforce, become employers of labor, thereby creating job creation, which also then impacts the economy. So it's very important to support SMBs to grow. And the internet is a platform that is cheap, in fact, most of the time free, and accessible to a lot of SMBs to help them break geographical boundaries, to help them apply their budget to go a lot further, and to help them expand their reach. And so it's a great way to grow SMBs and to grow job creation."
President Alpha Conde of the Republic of Guinea recently inaugurated the Caleta hydroelectric dam. The event was also attended by the President of Niger Republic and Congo, Mohamedou Issoufou, and Denis Sassou Nguesso. According to officials, the Caleta power plant, which has a 240 megawatts capacity, is expected to expand the national power grid to accommodate more users. Going by a recent World Bank data, only a quarter of Guineans have access to the national grid. Speaking during the inauguration, President Conde expressed his happiness over the new projects, which he says will also create empowerment opportunities. "We will not be producing electricity just for Guinea. The electricity that will be generated at this power plant will enable to develop the metal and steel industries along with our friends Niger, which has a large consumption of electricity, as well as in Congo and so on." President Conde, who is running for a second term in office, has pledged to complete a 500 megawatt hydroelectric dam at Swapiti at the Konjore River, should he be given the mandate again. Britain's Prince William calls out for greater wildlife conservation. The need to protect wildlife in Africa is greater than ever before. The elephant and the rhino are among many others going the same way and unbelievably will be extinct in the wild within a few decades or even less. Do we want to allow that to happen?
It's about time to go on a break, but let me tell you a little bit about World Teachers Day. It was created in 1994, and UNESCO says that World Teachers Day represents a significant token of the awareness, understanding, and appreciation displayed for the vital contribution that teachers make to education and development. I'm sure we can all remember one teacher, that one teacher who perhaps shaped the direction that your life is taking now, or helped you realize that you could do whatever you dreamed. You know, I think everybody has that one. For some people, it wasn't such a great memory, but I think there's always that one teacher that stands out. Now, let's take that break. When we get back, we have the international news. One of the reasons I'm particularly enthusiastic about this day is because a lot of my family members were or are in education. My granddad used to teach, my auntie teaches, my dad used to lecture, my mom used to teach, I used to work in a school. So we have this foundation of education, and I realized that I have a very unique perspective because I used to be a student, I used to be in administration, and I have family that I used to teach. And teachers put in a lot of effort that we often don't see. They do a lot of quiet behind the scenes things that we don't see. All we see is the full picture, but they do so much more than we imagine. Let's take a look at the international news now. More teacher talk when we finish.
The Palestinian flag was recently raised outside the United Nations headquarters in New York for the first time. The flag-raising ceremony was attended by UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon, President of the UN General Assembly Morgan Lykentoft, and Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. Speaking at the event, UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon said,
"Let us continue to work together to realize the aspirations that this flag carries. Israel and Palestine living side by side in peace and security."
The United Nations General Assembly on September 10th approved the resolution to raise the Palestinian flag with 119 votes in favor, 45 abstentions and 8 votes against. The Palestinian president thanked the countries and international organizations that supported the raising of the country's flag at the UN and called for greater acknowledgement of Palestine as an independent state. He also reiterated that his country was no longer bound by agreements signed with Israel since the violation of the Oslo Accords and other pacts between the two countries by Israel. U.S. First Lady Michelle Obama recently shared some empowering words with a group of young girls at the New York Apollo Theater. The event, which was hosted by Glamour magazine, aimed at highlighting the importance of girl education. Also on speaking duty were actress Charlize Theron, former Australian Prime Minister Julia Gillard, Nur Farhada, a girl advocate from Plan International, and the magazine's editor-in-chief, Cindy Leave.
If I had worried about who liked me and who thought I was cute when I was your age, I wouldn't be married to the President of the United States today.
While commenting on Let Girls Learn, an initiative which aims to reduce the number of uneducated girls, the First Lady said,
So we're really working to engage everyone on the ground all around the world, but we also want you all to be aware of this. So a huge part of Let Girls Learn is public awareness here in the U.S. We want you guys to know about these 62 million girls, and we want this to spur and inspire you to not take your education for granted. Because let me tell you, there are 62 million girls around the world who would give anything to be in your position.
During the event, Oscar-winning actress Charlize Theron urged girls to understand and recognize their worth.
There is nothing sexier than a smart woman. We have been told to live by a certain mold, women, especially women, and it's time to break it. And it is up to us to do that. Stop waiting for men to do that. Look in the mirror and see yourself and say, I am sexy, I am attractive, I am smart, I am intelligent, I am powerful.
In closing, Mrs. Obama urged her supporters to post photos of themselves on social media with the hashtag 62 million girls to raise awareness on the issue.